hardest truth about me that I've had to face. I would say I relapsed after 19 years.
Wow.
On a medication.
Right.
Writing my second book by a doctor who kept pushing me to take a drug called Focalin. It's Adderall and Ritalin, and basically I abused it. So I had to
Well, of
count my
course you
time.
did. It's your drug of choice.
I know. You know those people in your life that you like them, they show up, and then you feel like you maybe overshared, and you're like, I shouldn't have said certain. Maybe you don't have that because you have no filter.
None.
But sometimes there's people in our lives that I feel like they don't deserve to get certain knowledge.
Right.
And when we share it, it can become gossip or they can twist it. And afterwards you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. That's one of those types of people. And so it's exceedingly difficult because I had, and then my next book is going to be about relapse. Now I have 3.5 years, but it was really difficult because.
How much time you got now?
3.5.
Let me ask you a question. How long were you abusing that?
Meth?
No.
Oh.
The
Medicine?
medication that the doctor gave you.
Probably about 8 months.
Did you create any wreckage?
A little bit. Not horrible.
As a result of the drugs? Like you can be...
No, psychologically, I was twacked for like the first...
Don't care about that.
Yeah.
I care about the wreckage. Did you create any wreckage that you have had to in that 8 months that you've had to deal with
Still?
for the next 3.5 years
No.
any part of it because you were loaded and you fucked up?
No.
Okay.
No, it's more like people say time doesn't matter and it's one day at a time, and it sounds good on theory, but we celebrate birthdays. We hug at one day at a time. Some bitches are saying their sobriety date when it's, I've been sober 1,300, and
Yeah, I hate that.
and so I was going to meetings here, and like in these meetings, they would go around the room and everyone would say their clean time. I don't believe that's actually about the newcomer. I believe that's about some of these people with long-term sobriety to say like, I have this.
Well, of course it is, because the newcomer can't even imagine a week.
I know. So then I had my company was trying to give me, Cass was trying to give me a 20-year cake. I didn't have 20 years. I was like, I had clients with more time than me because I abused it. So it's all fine now, but that was a fucking horrible psychological.
How'd you stop?
I was, so I had an ex-boyfriend who lived in Brazil. I think that was part of the wreckage is I had the grand idea that I should be with a guy who lives in Recife, Brazil, which is about 30 hours from LA. And so so my judgment was a little lacking.
Okay, that's the only mistake you made?
I sponsor a lot of guys who had long-term sobriety. Like I love working with people who had long-term and went out because
And
there
you
is
told
something.
them all that you relapsed?
Oh yeah. My next book is going to be about relapse or reinvention or something along those lines. It's a crazy thing that I didn't understand before when you relapse after a long-term recovery. I did not get why you can't just like get back on it and everything's okay.
But you did. You did get back on it. You got back on it.
It was a messy road.
Fine.
But but it was tougher than I would have ever.
Sure.
How much time do you have?
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
But the fact that you had 19 years.
Yeah.
I always tell people the best medically assisted treatment is top-notch care, top-notch treatment, right? Because you can't unring a bell, and you had, you were locked in for 19 years.
19.
Okay, so your run. It's shocking to me that your run lasted that long, but it's still only 8 months, and you created no wreckage, none, and now you have even a deeper understanding, holistically, of what this thing is.
Yeah,
because we forget.
Yeah.
With 19 years, you forget.
Totally.
What do I got?
I wrote books about it. I own a treatment center. I'm like, what? And I had such brain fog, and my advance was well over 7 figures for my second book. So I wanted to give the money back. And then this doctor's like, well, you have ADD. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been told. No, you really need to be on something. Went with me at the pharmacy. I mean, it's kind of creepy. I don't know if there's the devil on earth or not, but the whole experience, I knew better. I should have called somebody and talk to them, and instead I was looking for a quick way out.
Oh, the reason is because we drink our own Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Right? We're the best. We're the man. We've done this.
You know, and I
forever.
had this therapist. I remember I had this therapist at one time who was like 25 years sober, and she was on, I remember she said she takes Ritalin to help her with her, and I remember seeing, okay, she's shown up for work for me for a few years. I know she's taking Ritalin. Well, maybe it's not such a big deal, you know.
Sobriety sucks if you're not thriving. If you're not happy, forget thriving. If you're not happy, look, if you're not as happy or as contented, or if your life isn't as good sober as it is on drugs, you're going back to drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay. So I wanted people to know sober isn't enough. Sober gets you all the gifts you want. That's the baseline. But then it's about, what are you going to be? What are you going to do? Right? How you want to get there?
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.